Hey DIYers, in this video, I'm going to walk you step by step through how to properly solder copper pipe so you can get a strong. You'll be confident soldering any diameter copper pipe with ease and peace of mind. Soldering copper pipe can be broken down into 3 simple steps. Preparation, the soldering process. Finalizing the joint. Preparation is the most important part, so we'll take our time with that. Let's get started. Tools and materials you'll need. First, let's go over the tools and materials required. Torch. You'll need a plumbing torch. A good DIY torch can be found at most hardware stores for around $20 to $50, while professional plumbers use higher-end models. These are more than enough for DIY work. Fuel. You have 2 main fuel options. Propane, common, affordable, and widely available. MAP gas, burns hotter and heats the joint faster. Both work fine, it's personal preference. Igniter or lighter. If your torch doesn't have a built-in igniter, you can use a torch igniter. Cleaning supplies. Clean surfaces are critical for a good joint. Sandpaper or emery cloth for the pipe. Wire fitting brush size to your fitting. Flux. Flux is absolutely essential. Its job is to prevent oxidation and allow solder to flow properly. Without flux, soldering simply won't work. Solder. There are 2 common types. Lead-free solder, 95/5, required for potable water lines. Lead solder, 50/50, can be used for drains since it doesn't contact drinking water. Always use lead-free solder for water supply lines. Step 1. Preparation, most important step. Preparation is the secret to a leak-free joint. Skip this step or rush it, and your joint will almost certainly leak. Cleaning the pipe. Take your sandpaper or emery cloth and clean the end of the pipe that will go into the fitting. Sand it until it's shiny and free of corrosion or discoloration. Cleaning the fitting. Use a fitting brush to clean the inside of the fitting, even if it looks clean from the factory. Roughing up the surface helps the solder adhere better. If you're cleaning lots of fittings, you can cut the handle off a fitting brush and chuck it into a drill. This saves a ton of time and effort. Apply flux. Once both surfaces are clean, apply flux to the outside of the pipe, the inside of the fitting. Use just enough to fully coat the surfaces that will touch. Then assemble the joint. Step 2. The soldering process. Now for the actual soldering. The goal here is to heat the joint evenly so the solder gets pulled into the fitting by capillary action. Capillary action allows molten solder to flow into tight spaces without external force, even upward. Proper heating technique. Always start heating the bottom of the joint first, then work your way up. Why? If you heat the top first, solder will drip down due to gravity and won't be pulled into the joint properly. Heat naturally rises, so heating from the bottom helps warm the entire joint more efficiently. As you heat the joint, periodically touch your solder to it. Once the joint is hot enough, the solder will melt and get sucked in. Applying solder. When ready, run a smooth, even bead of solder around the entire joint to ensure full coverage. Inspect the joint. A good joint will look smooth and evenly filled. If it looks rough or incomplete, don't panic. Just reapply a bit of flux, reheat the joint, and touch up the solder. Step 3. Finalizing the joint. Once you're satisfied with the joint, let it cool naturally for a few minutes. Some plumbers wipe joints while they're still very hot, but this can cause rapid cooling and potentially crack the joint. So it's best to wait. After the solder has fully solidified, use a clean rag to wipe off any leftover flux. Leaving flux on the pipe can cause corrosion over time. And that's it, you're done. If you enjoyed this video, let me know in the comments what other DIY or plumbing topics you'd like to see next. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more helpful videos coming soon. Thanks for watching.